Hi everybody, this is Cherry Enchantress. I'm here with another pick a card reading and a message from Isis. So we have 3 piles here and the 3 different cards. We have Divine Destiny, Path of Divine Warrior, Proper Burial for Freedom, Sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead, and Serpent and Fire, Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. So you can choose one of these cards and I'll tell you the message behind them, and then we'll shuffle the Nefertari tarot to go with it for a message from Isis, and then we'll do charms as well. So let's take a deep breath. Close your eyes, release your breath. Open your eyes and let them drift to the card that is calling you. Let's begin. All right. For pile number 1, we have Divine Destiny, Path of the Divine Warrior. The Divine Warrior guides you to your divine destiny. The Divine Warrior energy exists within men and women as the inner propulsion to continue with a worthy path even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be more wisdom, focus, intelligence, and surrender into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. This part of you will lead you to spiritual success. The Oracle of Divine Destiny is a call to your divine warrior. This part of you has great self-esteem and believes that what you desire is worth whatever effort, personal growth, application, focus, and attention are required to obtain it, provided it aligns with your divine destiny. This part of you acts in personal integrity, and if the goals will compromise integrity, then the goal is refined until it shines like a diamond in your heart. Then the divine warrior will bring it into being. The path of the divine warrior is not one of any means to an end. The means and the end are considered equally important. The divine warrior will succeed in bringing about your divine destiny, but it will be done in a way that is in integrity with deep spiritual values. There are important teachings on the path of the feminine about the need for surrender and allowing for the best manifestation. The divine warrior is not at odds with these, but continually surrenders into the greater unfoldment and play of cosmic forces, seeking to align with those forces for greatest power and flow. The Oracle of Divine Destiny often comes at a time when there is something that you feel you are struggling to attain. It may be a vague sense or a clear vision. There's something within your heart that you have almost given up hope on, wondering if it is ever really going to come together. This oracle comes with a message that although you may feel struggle or challenge, it's not a sign to step away in this situation. It is a sign to put your faith in the divine warrior within instead. This warrior may shift approach, change expectations, go within to find the resources you require to find a completely different path to get you to your destiny. Don't give up the fight. If you're not sure to what this applies, ask yourself what it is in your life that you feel you are fighting to attain or maintain. Find what it is, not in form, but in essence. If it is your job that you are fighting for, then it may be your freedom and responsibility that you really are fighting for, as an example. If you're fighting your weight or eating habits, then it might be the right to express your true feelings that you're fighting for, with your body as the divine warrior, refusing to give up the right to truthful expression. Find the truth of what you are working towards and keep your heart and mind centered in that truth. Your divine warrior will get you what you need and deeply desire, in alignment with your best and highest divine destiny. You deserve no less. So here's a nice ritual if you'd like to try it. Close your eyes and go into your heart Beware of a stillness within you and imagine that you can read your inner heart as if it were a beautiful book of words, images, and scenes. Imagine, sense, or feel that this book within your heart is accessible to you now, and as you ask silently within, where am I fighting for my divine destiny right now? And be aware that the book responds to you, falling open at a particular page. Imagine that you can perceive or feel the contents of that page, letting yourself be aware of any impressions, whether they make sense to you or not. If you do not sense anything that is fine. It doesn't mean nothing is happening. It just means you're not consciously aware of it for now. Be patient and intend to receive guidance, which will become clear to you during this ritual or later on, whatever serves you best. Then ask the book, how do I best fight so that my divine destiny will manifest? And be aware that the book opens at a particular page and you see, sense, or feel, perceive, or notice certain colors, feelings, or impressions. You may see images or get clear guidance, or you may find that you don't notice much consciously at all. Even if the latter isn't a case for you, do the exercise anyway, because you will be receiving guidance at a subconscious cellular level that will have a healing and guided effect on your thoughts, actions, and impulses. This is a deep healing exercise, no matter how vivid your perception of your inner book might be. Take your time in coming back to your heart, and when you are ready to open your eyes, if you had any insights, you might wish to record them immediately before your awareness leaves this altered state. An incantation that you can say out loud. This incantation helps you merge with your inner warrior and find the strength that you need to fight for your good fight and for your highest divine destiny. You can say this standing up, feet strong on the ground, belly in and firm and arms wide. Enjoy your strength. And say, warrior strong within my heart, you beat. My highest destiny I shall meet. Your power, focus, and determination ends fear, doubt, and procrastination. Warrior strong within my heart you beat. Together my highest destiny we greet. I love that. Okay, so let's now see what the tarot has to say. Let's see. What is your message? We'll just take 3 cards. Okay, how many were these? Okay, that's 5. I'll take 5 cards. Ooh, the High Priestess. Excellent, you guys. You're definitely a light worker in your power. You are in your power. You are a goddess. You're using your intuition completely, wisely, and in the right path. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Ooh, 4 of Wands. Wow. You'll have a celebration. You're either meeting your soulmates, you found them, you're about to find them, a twin flame or soulmate. Something's coming into some kind of union or a celebration of some sort, like this healing, wholeness, fulfillment, feeling really good. You have Temperance. Beautiful. So you're learning so much about yourself, and how to balance things. Energies that were maybe a little bit on the extreme one way or the other before, now you're finding a nice happy medium, a moderation, a nice flow, a balancing between energies. Let's see this. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. This person is coming in to see you, and his movement may be a little bit on the slow, methodical side, but when he gets there, he's fully committed, okay, or she. So it's a very thoughtful path, it's a very cautious, laid out path. This is not a rushed thing. Like, I feel like they, maybe before they let passion burned too harsh and too bright before, and they decided temperance is the best method in this case, and they're gonna take their time about it. Oh my goodness, what beautiful cards you got. And then you got the World. You're gonna have it all. I love this. This is so perfect. So you're stepping into your goddess energy, twin flames, balancing. There's arrival, sure and steady, slow, committed, and like really this is the happily ever after card, because it's like having it all. It's completion, it's fulfillment, it's coming together and integrating everything and exploring the world together. Wow, really nice. Okay, so let's see what your charms have to say. All right, let's use this cute little plate and we'll do a little sprinkle. Alright, automatic, right off the bat I see stones, which rocks, which makes me think of this pentacles. This is a stable, steady situation. Once it arrives, it is long-lasting, long-term. That's why it's a very cautious and methodical way of doing this. So once it sticks for good. It's kind of like when you build something, it's being like crossing all the T's and dotting the I's and squaring all the corners perfectly, and just doing this in such a beautiful way that it lasts forever, like a craftsmanship that lasts forever. There's a big transformation going on here. You have, let's see, we've got the practical Virgo. You have tall and beautiful giraffe. You have the Santa. Sometimes when depending on the charms where you see them, like right now you could be watching and it could be close to Christmas if you're because this is timeless, but if you're watching in regular time, this could also be a reflection on Christmas past and letting go any energies that were happy or unhappy and keeping the good energies. You have, this to me is like the celebration. This would represent the Four of Wands, something to toast, something to cheer. The good guys are winning. That's kind of what I see the X-Wing fighter meaning. This is a kiss, a world. Oh, see the world. A kiss. This little girl. Who's that little girl? Somebody, a child in your life. Could be the inner child inside you, grown up. You're growing up. You have the magic here. You have the Hamsa hand that's protecting you. This is actually, the Hamsa hand is about protection, but the one with the little nub in the middle is kind of like a protected pregnancy. So for those of you this resonates with, your pregnancy is very protected. But if you're not, then it just represents you being protected, like Mama Gaia is protecting you, like in her loving hands. You've got the lockbox, something in a special box that you can open up. You have the anchor of stability again, and you have Saint Cecilia. The C is the patron saint of musicians. So could be with the harp here too. Could be some musicians in this reading, and know that your music is very important, special. And whether you're masculine or feminine, male or female, you can be a high priestess too. Goddess energy. And actually, it's kind of nice to get this if you're male, because that way, you're in touch with the feminine energy of yourself and of the situation too, and know how to bring it into balance. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next. Real quick, I'm just going to shout out, if you need anything, check my description box, but I'm just going to shout out my members real quick. My Platinum Pixies are Kelsey, Lupe, and Cheryl. My Golden Fairies are Ritz, Spirit Fairy, hi, welcome. Twin Flamers are V Monaco, Curly Girl, Claudia, Lane, Gabriella, and Your Uplifting Mind. Full of Faithers, Claudia Coxus, got two Claudias, spelled differently. Anastasia, Leo Sunchild, Rosie Cytheria, and Sunna King. Hello, ladies. And then we have for the Sparkles of Light, which everybody's a sparkle of light, whether you're a subscriber, a visitor, hi visitors, or a member. But to be official soul, then you could become a member and join for just $1.99. We got Liz, we got Chrissy, we got Brandy, Sleepy Cat, Evane, Hippie Love, Jessica, Mona, Surian, Patricia, Mystic Mountain Dance, and my 1111 patrons, Melanie, Trini, and Laura. I think I had another one added that I didn't write down yet, but anyway, thank you, people, and I'm moving on to the next. All right, and here is number 2, the proper burial for freedom, sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. In order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of death must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us, which is better left to die. Though it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen, Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you to now release that which no longer needs to be part of your life so that you may be free. You need to see something through and let it go so that you are free from it. You may or may not be fully aware of what this is, but your energy field is somehow haunted by the past or drained by attachments that are no longer necessary for your growth. This could be anything from a past relationship to dreams or visions that may have encouraged you in the past times but are not relevant for where you're going now. It might also be the spirit of a lost child or loved one, someone that has passed on or left your life, or the ghost of expectations unmet from past hopes and dreams. There is so much beauty and fullness waiting for you right now, beloved initiate. There is no need to further hold on to the past. Do not be scared. You are supported so utterly and completely in this deep healing release now, and all involved will benefit from the healing change. It's not abandoning what you have loved to give it full and proper burial. It is in fact honoring and allowing what you are releasing to return to the pure love and light of the source. It is spiritual freedom for you and what you have released, which is the destiny to which all of life will eventually return. It takes great trust, but if you allow Osiris to help you, you will realize that in letting go, rebirth and growth is really possible. You may experience grief, anger, fear, freedom, and a sense of relief, or a combination of these feelings as you move to let go and allow proper burial to take place. Do not be afraid of any of these feelings, for they will pass naturally. When allowed to just flow, these feelings will actually fertilize new life and allow you to become more of who you are in truth. Trust that Osiris will love and protect that which is released into his care through the world of death. Death too becomes new life. There's nothing to fear and everything to gain. So here is a nice ritual for the burial with Osiris. You will need a quiet room, a small candle, a tea light is fine, and a comfortable seat for this ritual healing. Sit quietly and close your eyes, focusing on your breathing, taking your awareness into your heart and going deeper within your heart with each breath until you become aware of a vast open space in all directions around you. Say aloud, I call upon the Lord Osiris, who loves me unconditionally, to cast into your unconditionally loving care that which no longer naturally belongs in the land of the living. Stay in your heart and become aware of this beautiful man with a rich green light all around him, promising new life and growth. He holds a crook and a flail in each arm and wears an ornate crown. His eyes are kind. As you light your candle, say, I now call forth that which is attached to my energy field and does not serve me in unconditional love. I knew it was going to say love. And I now choose of my own free will to cast into the loving care of Osiris all attachments, histories, beliefs, and beings of any influence that are not aligned with unconditional love. I release you now through all time and space with love and respect. Go in peace. You may not return to me ever. Our contracts are now dissolved, and I set you free. I set myself free, so be it. Let yourself be at peace. If you feel emotion or surprise as different impressions register in your body or mind, just let them flow without attachment. You may feel fear, anger, sadness, or grief arising and leaving your body. You may temporarily feel confusion, nausea, waves of regret, or pain as energies leave. Do not concern yourself. Stay with the process and know that you are supported. Close your eyes and perceive Osiris receiving the light of the candle into his own heart with love and compassion. His heart is vast and can receive so much old energy and pain from you, simply taking it into his heart and letting it burn in the sacred fire of his heart chakra. Stay with the process until you feel it is completed and to your satisfaction. Then open your eyes and blow out the candle. Once the candle is dry, you may dispose of it completely as an offering to Osiris and thanks for his divine service. Your healing ritual is complete. All right, and then a beautiful thing to say out loud as this following prayer. It can be said as an incantation at any time you feel the need for healing, especially clearing of negative attachments, spirits, elements of the past, or just when you feel you need more of your own light in your being. Here goes. Osiris, master of love and peace, bring my soul the light of relief. Through unconditional love and heart that is true, I release that which should be returned to you. I surrender all not of unconditional love to your peaceful heart, pure as the dove. I am free from what which no longer serves. New life and healing you now give. To that which is due burial, proper and right, we are all free now to grow with the light. I am free to move on now, thanks to you, with unconditional love and compassion too. Wow, very nice. All right, so now let's see what your tarot has to say. Here we go. I'll just shuffle it once. Well, maybe twice. Okay. Here we go. Alright, let's see. Ooh, you got the 7 of Chalices. Very nice. So, choices, right? So many opportunities coming your way. I don't feel like this is a moment of like great... A little bit of indecision, maybe, but I think it's more of opportunities than indecision. The woman has a smile on her face, and she's grateful that she has these choices and that she can go in any direction she chooses. And all will lead to the right path. Okay. So we have the wheel of fortune. Fortune favors the bold. So what goes up comes down, what goes down comes up. I just feel like you're entering a new phase, a new cycle of growth, abundance, achievement. When the wheel comes out, it always means good fortune. It's a good card. Although life and karma can bring ups and downs, and definitely the wheel deals with whatever you put out, you receive back. It has a little bit of that element. When the wheel comes out, though, it's usually saying, especially with the other cards, that you make the wise choice, though. Make good choices, and you will receive a win, and you will receive fortune. You have the Queen of Pentacles, so definitely are achieving in a financial aspect, but in stability as well, in a groundedness, in a comfort, and in a peaceful situation. You have the 5 of Swords. So somebody might be a little bit maybe jealousy. Yeah, could be jealousy. They could be a little envious of your status or situation, and maybe cause a little bit of or desire to cause harm to you, but they will not be able to. They will not be able to touch you because you have judgment here. The higher forces will judge this person. They will bind them, restrict them, put them in jail, whatever the scenario is here. They will not let this cheater, this person affect you and your stability and your positivity. This is a really good reading. Okay, so for a lot of you, I feel this has to do with like a personal issue. So some of you aren't going to resonate with this, but I feel like maybe you had a negative person in your life. They're finally going to come to justice, and this whole scenario is going to finally be over with, and this person's going to be put to jail or going to be taken away or restricted somehow and not be able to harm you, or even even if they weren't able to physically harm you, maybe at one time they did physically harm you, but they will no longer be able to even mentally harm you or emotionally worry you, scare you, or terrorize you in any form. So this cycle is going to come into completion now, and you'll be able to let go. It's hard too, because even negative things that you don't want to be in your life, sometimes it's hard to see it as gone. It's like, okay, I can live my life now. This is kind of like, wow, it's gone. I have all these choices. I have this freedom. I can do a lot of things now that I wasn't able to do before. So it's going to take a little bit of shifting to get into that. Yeah, I can do this. But you have fortune on your side, and you're going to be back into a place of wealth and stability and comfort and strength. Okay, this looks very nice. Looks nice. All right, let's see what your charms have to say. All right. Let's see. So we have the candlestick. It looks like a date night's coming. Yeah, maybe a drive and a date with somebody, someplace, a short little ride somewhere. This person is definitely different from some previous person. This is a one-of-a-kind, rare, special, not snowflake in the terms we hear now, but snowflake as in no two snowflakes alike, one in a million, very special. We've got Sebastian. He's kind of like, I think this is going to be a date where you're going to be all set up, feeling the vibe, and you're gonna hear kiss the girl or he's gonna hear kiss the girl, or somebody's gonna hear this, and yeah. So the girl's gonna get kissed and save the planet. Oh yeah, so you might be going to a little cafe. Normally I read this as save the planet and recycle and a worldly thing, but I think this is simpler than that. I think this just means a little cafe, a little place where you'll meet somebody, sit and have a date. Leisure time. You might be reflecting back, or see, some of you are watching this and it is around Christmas, because this can be timeless, but if you're watching in real time, this could be a reflection back to Christmas, things that occurred, feelings that you were going through. And I think this is same as pile 1. This is like saying take the good with the bad. Like, we focus on the good things that happen in the different seasons, different days, different parts of your life. When you reflect back, do your best to reflect back on the good things. Then you've got the compass. So if you're wondering which direction to go in, and we got all these choices, head to due north. Due north is in your north node in your astrology chart. Will give you a clue what's the proper energy to encompass in your life. Pardon the pun, but yeah, to focus on, to direct yourself in. You've got the good luck froggy, and the ancestor speaking to you in the grass. All right, so you're feeling a little bit cabin fever and a little caged up, and that might happen for a little while, but not too much longer. You'll be able to break free from that. In the meantime, maybe you can use this experience of being in your little bubble to do other kinds of creative things, you know. You're about to get or are receiving this right now, the Holy Grail of love. This is like abundance galore, love galore. And you got Texas, could be a Texas connection here. Theater Under the Stars was actually a musical group that my dad toured with, and also kind of refers a little bit to Miller Outdoor Theater. Is a theater that we have here in Houston where you could sit under the stars and watch sometimes free shows. So maybe you'll do something like that. Maybe you'll be able to find a place outdoors or something like that under the stars. You have a lot of luck on your side though. So you got two froggies and you got the bird. This bird is kind of like the Twitter bird or the small talk bird, you know. Kid sometimes represents gossip, but I feel in this case it's just more like, you know, short conversations, emails, texts, DMs, things like that. And also sometimes messages from your actual bird fellows outside. I got some messages. You get another dragonfly, so definitely take a moment to meditate and listen to see what your ancestors have to tell you, because they're coming in with a message here. Or maybe you can do a reading with Queen Sugar or somebody. She's so good at the ancestor messages, and see what they have to say. Or me. And speaking of that, check in my description box in the bottom. You can see my email address. You can reach out to me. I can type up that spell for you if you like, and I can but see, since this is interesting because this was the message from the burial message, so it could definitely be a past loved one who's trying to reach out to you and talk to you. So if you're interested in that, I can send you my price list and you can see what kind of reading you'd like to get. And also, you know, come out to my lives. My lives, a lot of times we'll address those kinds of things. And so that's it for I just want to give hugs to my subscribers, thank you, and howdy doos to the visitors, and a big kiss to my members. And I'm going to shout my members out. From Platinum Pixies, we have Kelsey, Lupe, Cheryl, Golden Fairies. And by the way, Cheryl, I feel like this is your pile if you're watching. Golden Fairies, Ritz, and Spirit Fairy. Twin Flames, Monaco, Curly Girl, Claudia Lane, and Gabriella G, and Your Uplifting Mind. And then Full of Faith, there's Claudia Coxis, Anastasia Motina, Leo Sunchild, Rosie Scythery, and Sunny King. And then my sparkles of light. Everyone's a sparkle of light, whether you're a visitor, whether you're a subscriber. But to officially have the title SOL, Soul, then you can join for $1.99. We have Liz, Chrissy, Brandy, Sleepy Cat, Evane, Hippie Love, Jessica Johnson, Mona, Syrian, Patricia, Mystic Mountain Dance. And then for my 1111 patrons, Melanie, Trini, and Laura. And I know there's somebody else out there. You know, I update this list as often as I can think about it, but it grows a lot faster now than it was growing. So let me know if I didn't shout you out, and put your name down on the bottom, and I'll make sure I get you on the list. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next. Alrighty, and next we have pile 3 with the Serpent of Fire, Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. Isis, Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood and Queen of the Serpent of Fire, guides you through transformation now as your energy field grows stronger and old energies are burned away in the process of your growth. This could be very connected to pile 2. If you guys like to watch all 3 piles, it feels like so far to me, pile 1 is the final outcome, the happily ever after, and pile 2 and 3 is telling you how you're getting there, right? All right, so trust that you are growing and are more capable than you have been previously. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have been before. You need to learn afresh that you are capable of, and Isis helps you now, or what you're capable of. So Isis is going to show you what you were capable of doing. The serpent head piece of Isis represents the inner fire serpent, or kundalini, as it rises in accordance with spiritual growth and empowerment. I'm going to do some belly dancing today because I woke up with a crick in my neck. So that helps work those things out. This happens when the time is right and we are ready. It's important to realize that as your inner energy and power is growing now, you will need to get used to new levels of strength. This means that you will need to adjust your sense of your own abilities to meet your new levels of energetic empowerment. You will need to realize you are capable of more than you previously were. And also, you may need to temper your behavior to take into account the greater power and effect your words, thoughts, and the effect of your words, thoughts, and actions. When you grow stronger, your words, thoughts, and actions and intentions gather potency more than before. Your responsibility for what you put out into the world grows too. In the same way that a drop of water causes less movement than a tsunami, your emotions and words will have a bigger effect because the energy behind them, your serpent of fire, is awakening. Isis can help you manage this process so that what you put out into the world becomes from a place of wisdom and love, service and compassion, healing and awareness. One of the first lessons this card offers you is the recognition of your power. It is perilous to underestimate your spiritual power, as you can unintentionally create harm by not realizing that your actions and words have an effect on the world around you, and the effect of those actions and words come back to you multiplied as karmic return. Serpent of Fire calls you to become aware. So listen up, haters. No, I'm kidding. Serpent of Fire calls you to become aware of your power by having an open and curious awareness and noticing with detachment and clear perception the signs of confirmation that you do not have effect upon your surroundings. That you do. You certainly do have an effect upon your surroundings, and you can then manage your power with greater wisdom with this serpent to help you. The serpent of power and fire. If you have pulled this oracle along with the Eye of Horus, which we did not, then you must be particularly careful with your thoughts, asking that any negative thoughts be cleared when you catch yourself thinking in such a way. Your mind has a lot of power, and sending negative or vengeful thoughts toward another, even if it's just an irrational moment of anger, can be harmful to them. If you catch yourself doing this, it is extremely wise to go into your heart and apologize to them and send them love, even if it's just someone walking down the street or driving a car, and the entire process happens in only a matter of seconds. Okay? Yeah, that's really important to know that. Also, it's interesting because in pile number 1 and 2 in the charms, it was reflection back at Christmas. And if you, let's say you're reflecting back, it doesn't have to be Christmas, but reflecting back on any event that kind of hurt you or caused you harm or made you upset, and maybe your natural reaction is to get revenge on that, or to be angry about that, or send ill will to the person who did this to you. It's a vicious cycle, right? Even if you don't actually physically do anything to the person, just your thoughts can sometimes cause problems for yourself, So So keep your mind clear. Realize that all these thoughts and feelings of negativity and hostility towards somebody are actually can be redirected towards you. So release them and don't give them any power. Those dark thoughts. The golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I know whether they're doing anything to you the way you want it. You don't have to be like them. You just be yourself, and you continue to do and think good thoughts and pray for them, or whatever you need to do to come into this kind of feeling of, all right, well, they wronged me. I'm letting it go. They're getting, like in pile 2, it was beautiful. They got their just rewards, okay? And you didn't have to do anything. The universe did it, right? And the legal system of our our society or whatever. But so basically that's all you have to do. Like, you just have to let it go and let the powers that be take care of it. And the powers that be are your, the divine powers, and it's not up to you to serve them justice. That's their karma that they have to deal with, right? All right, but anyway, so the second lesson of the Oracle of the Serpent of Fire is to trust in the process of the inner fire and what is being burned away. Just as the serpent sheds skin to reveal itself anew, there are changes happening inside of you, and same old identities, beliefs about yourself and others, old habits or patterns of behavior that will not survive the growth into the new expression of you. I'm also thinking, like, the more self-aware you become, you see your patterns, you see cycles, you see what you do. You could be the nicest of persons, but even in your niceness, there are things, right? There are things that you, habits that, or cycles, or judgments, or whatever you're doing, kind of like think about it. Think about what gives you the right to judge, or what gives you, this sense of empowerment over somebody else, per se. And then like drop those things, drop the pride, drop the ego, look at it from a very pure state. Look at your situations as much as possible from a very pure and honest state before you react, before you speak, and be vulnerable, because sometimes being vulnerable will helps you. It may not help the other person, but at least it helps you. It helps you get to your truth. So, whilst you will likely be happy to let these things go, there can be uncertainty and add a sense of not knowing who you are anymore as you transition between the old and new expression of yourself. This is a sign that you are growing in a profound way rather than something to be avoided. It can be embraced as a confirmation of this growth. Lady Isis, priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood, understands that in the growth of spiritual power, old forms are burned away to allow for new life to emerge. It is safe to trust that any endings or discomfort as familiar beginnings to make way for the unfamiliar in your life now are the signs of your growth and are to be celebrated. And then we segue into pile 1, okay? And that's where you find your celebration. So, but it's a beautiful cycle, because pile 2 could be the first, it could be the last, or it could be, and it's just a cycle, basically. It doesn't matter where it shows up in your reading. It goes around and around, cycling old out and bringing in the new. So the Serpent of Fire healing ritual saying this: it is wonderful to do this ritual in broad daylight under a full noon sun if you have privacy and space to do it. Otherwise, doing it in a bright room or in a room that is filled with lit candles is helpful. Stand or sit comfortably so that your spine is upright and you feel comfortable, strong, and alert. Start with the incantation below, repeating it 3 times at least, gaining speed as you become familiar with the words, and get into your own rhythm and space. Okay, here we go. Serpent of fire, rise above, filled with unconditional love. From the base of my spine to my heart, your ascending fire now does start. To cleanse, to release, begin. Rebirth of myself now from within. From my heart to the crown of my head, burning away energies dying or dead. Igniting new life, new love, new fire. Serpent of fire, rising higher, higher. When you're ready to raise your arms above your head, palms facing upward to the heavens, keep your shoulders as relaxed as you can. Place your awareness at the base of your spine, contracting your pelvic floor muscles in and out. It will feel like you're trying to stop yourself from going to the toilet. If you cannot let the physical action of this, or get to that physical action, simply intend that there be energy contracting in and out at the base of your spine as you stimulate your kundalini energy to awaken and rise. Or you can do belly dancing like I do. After doing this for at least 10 seconds, say aloud, I call upon divine protection of Mother Isis, priestess of the serpent sisterhood, in unconditional love now as my kundalini, my serpent of fire, rises according to her initiate wisdom. So be it. To continue with this, keep breathing and pulsing at the base of your spine for another 10 to 30 seconds, depending on what feels comfortable for you. If it still feels uncomfortable, keep your arms raised while doing this. Then when you've completed your breathing, lower your arms, sit or stand comfortably, recognizing the sensations of energy moving in your body, and when you're ready, just allow your breathing to fully relax, resting for at least a minute or so in a cooler space. If you've been standing still in full sun, you may wish to sit in the shade to complete the session. If your arms become uncomfortable above your head, or you start to feel uncomfortable heat or sort of discomfort physically, lower your arms and breathe normally and peacefully, and stop the contractions at the base of your spine by releasing your breath and body and laying on the laying on your front on the ground or floor, feeling the energy drop into the earth. This exercise is not recommended for women who are pregnant or menstruating, or if you have heart or blood pressure problems, nor is it recommended if you've been unwell or in recovery, or if you are on medication of any kind. If you fall into any of these categories, then simply repeat the incantation below as you're healing, no more than 3 times at any sitting. So yeah, just do, no matter, you know what your physical situation is and how much you can do, and so don't extend yourself just because that it's suggested in this reading. Your intention sometimes is way more important than what you do physically with your body, okay? Your body is precious and it is worth taking care of, so avoiding strong spiritual exercises unless you are feeling well and robust is recommended, right? You don't want to do this in a low vibrational energy. Wait until you're feeling fine and kind of neutral and happy or whatever, and ready to embrace the good things. So the incantation for the serpent of fire is this again. I'll say it one more time. Serpent of fire, rise above, filled with unconditional love. From the base of my spine to my heart, your ascending fire now does start. To cleanse, to release, begin. Rebirth of myself now from within. From my heart to the crown of my head, burning away energies dying or dead. Igniting new life, new love, new fire. Serpent of fire, rise higher, rise higher. Brum, brum, brum. All right, so now let's see what your tarot has to say. Two shuffles. I gave everybody 2. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see what's up for pile number 3, Serpent of Fire, folks. Whee! Oh, nice. The World. So the World card was our last card in pile 1. So this could be saying, hey, go check on that, because that is going to be your final outcome. You're feeling complete. You're feeling whole. It's coming full circle. This also is interesting. Now, this kind of is telling me, you know how like a lot of World cards is a woman striking a pose. And I think, that pose, that striking a pose, that it's almost like a dance. So this could definitely represent belly dancing or yoga or your body, or using your body too as a form of healing, as a form of power, strength, and all of that. So that's what I'm seeing right here. Interesting. It's definitely a happy card, and especially in love situations, in all situations. we have the Seven of Wands. All right, so there's a sense of defending your situation or your new self, right? Your new you, the new you. but and also I feel a sense of perseverance. So stick with it, keep sticking with it. Stay with it. You're strong. You can do this. Keep going. No pain, no gain. You've got the Knight of Swords, a very powerful knight here. Very strong, very a bit forceful, in fact, but it might take some extra energy and force to get what you need done, or it could be somebody forceful coming into your life that has something very clear, important to say, something, an enlightened kind of situation. You're gonna feel like this person or moment is going to be sort of aha to you. And the Star is beautiful. It's renewal, it's hope, it's energy, I feel it's the glow up. Look at you, you're transforming quite a bit and you're becoming more than you thought you could be. And there's this a beautiful balance. And look, you got this serpent here. Wow, I wonder what this says in this book. I'm going to read this and see what the star definition is. Just to see what they have to say about the star. Faith, hope, inspired grace, good, favorable omen, happy conclusion, good results, brilliant ideas, effective advice. And so it kind of ties in with the Serpent of Fire, but it's sort of a healing ritual. Maybe that's going to help you a lot. And then you have Judgment. So in pile 2, Judgment came out as sort of tying somebody up, somebody being brought to justice. But this Judgment, to me, is kind of like a death card in a sense. It's about awakening, renewal, new life, a new direction. It's change of position, even a moral renewal, a birth, awakening, an examination of your consciousness or your conscience, a moment of transition towards an improvement, a recovery of both physical and intellectual energies. It's and this is showing mummification. So it's sort of like that process. It's almost a physical process. So I'm definitely seeing a physical change here for you. Physical strength for some, physical fitness for others, physical alignment with their spine, things having to do with, getting in touch with balancing and releasing your kundalini and spiritual matters. And some of you, I just heard Reiki. I think that's the next thing I'm going to explore, Reiki. And so your body is definitely taking on some changes, but feeling really good, a sense of renewal and rebirth. And you're conscious as well, like your mind is shifting from negative, and you're like really paying attention to your thoughts and making sure you stop those negative messages to yourself and to others. Yeah. So you're making sure that, okay, I hear myself saying this and I'm realizing it and I need to stop and just focus on something else more positive, or find that white space or whatever you need to do to clear that energy and not stay stuck in that. Okay? All right, so let's see what your charms have to say. Let's see. Whoa, I love this couple. So, and somebody said, I love how you had the beast hold Ariel's hand, because yeah, it doesn't matter if you, to the outward world, if you don't look like the perfect match, you're not the belle to the beast, maybe you're the mermaid to the beast. It doesn't matter. You could be the redhead with the really wild woolly haired man, whatever. But the fact is, you both are going on an interesting journey, right? Maybe this is more of a mirror than Belle and the Beast, because because the mermaid keeps wanting to give things up to get things. Like she gives away too much of herself. She's giving her tail so she can have legs, so she can be with the man she loves, but she doesn't have to do all of that. She can retain a sense of who she is and speak her voice. And maybe speaking her voice, she was afraid that it would set up the beast to be angry and yell at her and condemn her or judge her. But the beast is also learning about gentleness and meeting halfway, and not jumping to conclusions or not overreacting to things, right? So they're learning. Okay, so that's nice. All right, and then so you have the stable situation, and yes, more stability with the rock. I'll get to the, oh my god, there's two of them, so I guess I better talk about the two. Oh, but that's sweet. The two sea turtles. So sea turtles makes me think of the tides. The sea turtle goes out according to the tides. The tides are high tide, low tide according to the moon. The moon affects the tides. The moon affects a lot of things on planet Earth, and therefore the moon affects us as well. And I feel like the planets also affect us, and that's why I follow astrology. Maybe not everybody does, but it's helpful to me. In a way, it helps to guide us in the right time, with timing sometimes. Weird things happen, and there's free will, and not everything can be just regulated and regimented to astrology, but it can be a helpful tool anyway. And it's what these sea turtles do. And think of it, if you're a farmer, if you have a farmer's almanac, the almanac will tell you good time to prune trees, good time to mulch your tree or whatever, things like that. So those are also the farmer's almanac uses this timing kind of thing. So timing is important here. When's good time to do certain things? Okay, you get the pine cone. So now we had Christmas symbols in the other two piles as a reflection, but I feel like this is reflecting all the way back to fall, unless if you're watching this in the future or in a different hemisphere, then it could be fall. But the pine cone to me, and symbols from different parts of the year, make me think of a reflection. So if you had some kind of experience in the fall that was unhappy or whatever, try to remember the good things that happen in the fall, the good people in your life, and try not to focus too much on the negative. And let it go, let it go. It's in the past. All right, then you've got the X-Wing fighter, the good guys coming in. You got a possible trip, an airplane, a little vacation or something. You might be meeting at a building, a tall building. This is about France, so French things, French connection somehow. A tall person. It could represent, but bureaucracy too, a little bit like the Tower of Lenormand represents bureaucracy. It's not. It could also be sort of the feeling of wanting to be a tourist again. Maybe that might be happening sooner than later. You just never know. It just all depends on where you are and who you are and what you want to do. You've got the steamboat, so you're feeling full steam ahead. You got bells, so wedding bells, church bells, or sort of not alarm bells. They're happy bells, they're like Christmas bells. They're bells telling you, hey, see this, what's this next thing. Also bells when it comes out saying hit that bell down there. Subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Okay, and then you have music. So it's like, I think there's a song in the air. And 7 is your number. And hanger, sometimes you can get hung up on things, but I think the hanger means, hey, get some new clothes and look cute, because you might be getting some visitor or something. Like you have some leisure time, vacation time here that looks like it's happening. And this looks like a possible meeting. And we did have the Knight of Swords, which is movement, so that could actually also be somebody coming towards you, possibly, and you being the star. So also anybody that's Aquarius could resonate with this. And then the 7 of Wands is just Yeah, it's like, it's perseverance. It's after, you know, a lot of trial and error and trying different things, you know, you just keep at it, you know. It's the don't stop card. Don't stop. Keep doing what you're doing. You got it. You got this, you know. Yeah. And so, and then we have Saint Joseph, so the daddy. So you might be dealing with somebody who's a father, or, you know, or maybe you're dealing with children or something like that. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you like that. All right, so now I'm going to, so big hugs to my subscribers. And like I said, if you're not a subscriber, hello, visitors. Feel free to subscribe and push the little bell for notifications. I would really love to have you as a subscriber. Those of you who already know this, whether you're a subscriber or just a visitor, you're a sparkle of light, but you can also be an official sparkle of light. Here's how. So become a member. And my members, I'm going to shout out my members, have different tiers. The top of the tier is Platinum Pixies. I got Kelsey, Lupe, Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. And Golden Fairies, Ritz Naha, and Spirit Fairy. Welcome, Spirit. And the Twin Flamers, V Monaco, Curly Girl, Claudia Lane, Gabriella G, Your Uplifting Mind. And the Full of Faithers, Claudia Coxis, Anastasia Motina, Leo Sunchild, Rosie Cytheria, and Sana King. And then my official Sparkles of Light, who became members and just do like a little $2 donation every month just to say that they're a member. But they also, you know, can have a free oracle reading if they want to. So you guys reach out to me. A lot of people have already reached out for January, but before January is over, get your perks. Each tier comes with a perk. So check that out in the description box. There's should be a link that you can find out all about everything. There's all kinds of links in that. If you want to know how to become a member, check that out. My Sparkles of Light are Liz, Chrissy, Brandy, Sleepy Cat, Evane, Hippie Love, Jessica, Mona, Syrian, Patricia, Mystic Mountain Dance. And my patrons, Melanie, Trini, and Laura. And if I missed anybody, please let me know. I update as often as I can think about it, but sometimes I haven't been keeping up as well because it's happening a lot faster, and every time I go live it seems like more people want to become members, so I really appreciate that. I should be going live again tonight, and also you should be getting your weekly reading from your person probably today, but maybe tomorrow. So yeah, at least by tomorrow, maybe today. All right. So thank you guys for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.